You don't need to tell too many people about the state of education in the Eastern Cape. Last year's matric results were 20% worse than the next worst.
The primary cause is to try and improve education in the Queenstown area, which is terribly underprivileged, under-cared for by the Department of Education of the Eastern Cape. And Tony, some years ago, took it upon himself to see if it was possible to change this. And there are a bunch of very good-hearted folk here and some amazing sponsors without whom this would not occur.
I am doing it for education in Queenstown. I'm doing it for every single child that supported me and every single staff member that supported me.
Raise some cash to give kids that are less fortunate than I was an opportunity to hopefully do something with their lives.
But there are also some world-class schools, amongst others Queen's College, GHS and Huncliffe. And we thought that the clever thing to do, instead of trying to go big quickly, was to start to develop a culture of collaboration, and that's exactly what's happening. And so now we have these 6 schools, Queen's College, Senior and Junior, Girls High School, Balmoral, Huncliffe Senior and Junior, working together to create a culture of education in Queenstown, which will slowly spread, and it is our intention to spread it to all of the 184 schools in the district. And the plan there is to really turn Queenstown into a centre of educational excellence, so that when people speak about education, they speak about it in the same breath as they say words like Oxford or Cambridge or Boston.
I think every child should have a chance in life, and they can't do it without education.
All for a good cause, so every little pedal stroke is for something important.
Absolutely fantastic. It's an absolutely amazing trip.
This is incredible. I cannot explain how incredible this is.
Camaraderie is great, team spirit's building. You know, it's not an easy ride, especially when you have challenging conditions like we've had yesterday in the cold this morning. But hey, I think we're all sticking together, we're thinking about the cause, and that's the main thing. You know, this is all for an exceptional cause, so a little bit of pain now is a lot less than the pain of not having education. So it's really good, and we're having a great time.
There's nothing like our country, hey? And the best part is being so close to it. Kind of a feeling down there.
You know, it's very difficult to find a low light this year. Things just went so smoothly. We were blessed by Providence with the best possible weather. We couldn't have had better weather. The accommodation was superb. The group that we rode with, wow, I don't know what else I can say. Wow, they were tremendous. They helped each other. They helped make the thing run smoothly. They raised cash for education, which is what it's all about. And you know, this does not happen without sponsors. And we can only say a huge thank you to our major sponsors, Chevrolet, Imperial, GM. They're just astonishing. As I've said often, spirit of generosity in this country, I don't think has appeared.
We came from Frankfurt down to Reitz. Today it was about 67, 65 k's more or less. Straight into a strong headwind. Some guys took some strain, a lot of hills, a lot of quite sharp uphills. So we had to help the girls up a bit. And so
A little minor 148 k's, apparently no hills, all downhill. Longest day of the tour, but looking forward to it. We're ready for it.
It is day 3 and it is apparently 6 degrees. It's very, very cold.
I can't use the language that I normally use to describe what 4 degrees feels like on a bike, but it is very cold.
What a beautiful ride today. Started off in pretty brisk conditions, up a nice big hill. But other than that, it's just been a beautiful ride, fantastic scenery, just a realization of how beautiful this land really is.
I asked GHS to help me with sponsorship for this ride, and we had a civvies day, and each child was allowed to pay 10 Rand or more towards the cause, and 98% of the school supported me in this, and every staff member and student that supported me and sponsored me money towards this ride got to sign their name on my t-shirt.
Once again, a worthy cause. I think everyone is enjoying it. We've had, comparing it to the other years, the spirit is wonderful, the people are great, there's a big Queenstown contingent, and I think everyone has worked so hard. And you know, in particularly I think of Leon Annandale, who's the Hunklip representative. He's actually worked his bum off to get his sponsorship. And an indication, his headmaster sent out a SMS to the parents, and the cash started flowing in yesterday, little donations of 100, 300, 500, showing that there's such support for this venture in Queenstown.
Mr. Bachner at Hoërskool Hunklip's been very, very nice and helpful, trying to help me to raise the sponsorship. I didn't even know about it, but 2 weeks before we came down to the ride, they sent out a letter to the parents, the children at school, telling them all about the ride and what's happening and all that, and put banking details for the trust account on the bottom. And the week before we came, my phone was going crazy. People just sending money in. It was awesome.
We've got 8 burses now, and the criterion is not that they have to be geniuses. There are plenty of scholarships going for the very clever kids.
I feel very blessed in a way that I get the opportunity that most other people don't get to school in a good environment like this and do the best of my ability with what I've been given.
It's an honor and a privilege to know that in a few years I'll be looked after, and I really appreciate it.
It's a privilege to be part of Queen's College, and it's a great honor. I feel honored to be a Queenian.
We want good citizens first and foremost. We want citizens that participate and engage in the community of which they're part. And the second criterion, which is, I would say, at least as important, is attitude. What is the attitude to life?
So 2013 was a great year for me because I achieved a lot, especially from the academic side. And the atmosphere, when Mr. Frost and his crew arrived, it was just something else. I felt honored to be a Queenian.
Well, now that I'm in grade 10, I've finally reached my goal, which is the first team. And I'm so glad about it. And I thank you to all my supporters and everything. And my future reference is I want to become just a rugby player and just share to the whole world what it means like to be a true Queenian.
Are they positive? Do they whinge and moan about things that aren't in place, or do they take every opportunity that comes their way? And that's a critical thing that we look at.
My future goals are to be a professional athlete and be a professional rugby player.
And the third thing is we want them to be proud of the institution of which they're part. Whether it is Queen's College or Hunklip at GHS or whatever school, we want them to be proud of the institution that they are part of, so that when they go out into the world, they become ambassadors for what we're trying to achieve in Queenstown.
Yes, I still got the same goals to open up a school in my community, so one like Queen's College, hopefully, sir. And my dreams have changed slightly, sir. I've decided to become a lawyer, sir, rather than a scientist, sir. I'm trying to go into that field, sir, and see where it takes me, sir.
Like people really see what Mr. Tony Frost and them do to support other people and support the school itself. And since they're all boys, that means a very great deal to the school itself.
It means everything to me. It just means that I got such a perfect opportunity to come to this great institution. And I would like to say thank you to Mr. Frost and his crew.